Hello, hello, hello. Welcome one, welcome all. Firstly, can you hear me okay? I feel like my microphone might be a little bit loud. So I'm going to turn it down. I'm using new software. I'm trying to go all tech savvy and I'm basically using new software. But welcome everyone. Welcome to Heather Gunn. Welcome to Tech Robo, to Sharon Elston, to Dina Davis. Kate's here. I thought you said you've got a cold, Kate. Selena Lou Fogg, Ender Pig. Dara's here. I hope I've said that your name right there. Ruben, Sally Pullman, 345 Berry, welcome, Sharon. Well, listen, yes, Kate, she does ask if I'm going golfing. What do you all think of my little top? Do you think it's a bit, it is a bit golfery? I quite like it. What are we thinking? I've got, no? Yes? I look like I'm going on the golf course, but I'm not, although apparently you can now, depending on what tier you are in. So I'm using this swanky new software, and all of you are getting involved in the chat, so I do thank you. But you know what I can do? I can actually show you it right here. So look, here's the little chat. Oh God, I put it on when Ruben says bad shirt. We've got very jazzy, love it, oh my God, I like it, Lee, but it's golfy. Very GTA Vice City. Oh, I'm pleased with that. I used to love GTA. I used to absolutely. Do you know what I used to do when I played GTA? If anyone doesn't know, that's Grand Theft Auto. I used to. Sometimes I like to mess things up, and that was the game. But I actually really used to quite like following the rules. I used to like to drive around, stop at all the traffic lights. If someone was crossing the road, I would never run them over. I was quite into it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what that says about me, but sometimes I just used to like to drive around on Grand Theft Auto and not, kill people. I suppose that can only be a good thing. Ruben Thomas, no way. Ender Pig, wow, insane. Half of me wonders whether Ender Pig and Ruben Thomas are taking the Michael slightly. But I will monitor it, so thank you. Sage Junkie, I used to tell my son off for not taking his own car. What, did he used to go and nick someone else's? Ben Peace, shush, joking, love you. Gorgeous colour combo. Well, the jury's slightly split with the jumper, but the main thing is I like it. So, yeah. But if you want to get involved, this is just like a little chit chat. Thanks for joining. If you do want to get involved, the chat box, you might be on this full screen, but it's here. So please do write your comments, and you can often dictate the topics. So yeah, do pop some comments in the chat box. Sally, it's not a jumper, it's actually like a little tank top. Yeah, I didn't know it would split the room so much, but 345 Berry says, love your shirtly, it's my favourite colour. Yes, Kate, it is a sweater vest. It's very similar to the one that I had a while back, but yeah, it's back when I was in I don't know, I want to say year 11. Sorry, I'm just doing some uses there. So how are we all? How's lockdown going? Hi, Maureen. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Maureen. Hope you're doing well over in the States. How is it over there? Nice colours, Lee, say Sharon Elston. I'm just putting some people in timeout because I'm seeming to be getting these weird, strange individuals that keep popping on the chat, and I really don't know what they're doing. But I've just put them in timeout, so hopefully we won't be able to look at them. No idea what I don't even want to say those letters because I feel like it tracks them in by some sort of algorithm. I knew there was something odd about them, but I do quite like it when you know, something weird's going on, something very odd's going on the chat, and you're like, ooh, are these trolls? I obviously get very excited when they're trolls. Tina Davis says tank tops are back in. So great. Is that from now? Have I made that a thing? If so, then great. Luke Ballantyne says, any plans now lockdown is over? Well, it's kind of one of those things where it feels like I'm still in lockdown because I'm in tier 3. I have no desire to go to a shop. I'm actually not going to rejoin the gym until next year because I've been doing it in my garage, which I've actually been quite enjoying. So actually, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. My plan now that lockdown is over is to wait for tier 3 to be over, and the tiers, the cases are coming down where I am currently. So yeah, I wanted to share with you, however, this joyous video I came across earlier today, and it was basically, I wanted to it's joyous, okay? So have a look at this and tell me what you think. Now, this is a guy, I think he's Scottish. It's a young boy, and he goes on the news and he decides to sing. I think it's a few years old now, but he decides to sing a Christmas song, and it's brilliant. It's so joyous. But before that, Maureen, thank you for that sticker, #1 fan. I can actually properly see the stickers now. So thank you, Maureen. That's very kind, and you are very supportive of this channel. Everything that does get donated as well, because some people have sent me messages where they're like, oh, what do they do with the donations, whatever. I pay for a lot of the hosting stuff, so it all goes into that. So that's very kind and very lovely, and not necessary, but most welcome. So thank you, Maureen. You're too generous. So this young lad, he absolutely just, I thought it's joyous, and I wanted to watch it with you all today. So take a look at this. He's on the news and he decides, it's STV, and he's like, right, we're gonna sing a song, and he goes for the full song. The director of this clip must have been going, do not take it off, okay? Do not take this off. So have a watch of this amazing guy. Here we go.
Podcasting and all good viewers, but now it's time for a Christmas song. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, all the hills we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha. Stockings to be up, Santa coming down to give you presents every single year. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, make fun of us to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, make fun of us to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Oh my god! The ending when he's like, one horse open sleigh. I saw that on Twitter. You know, Twitter can be like a cesspit of annoying individuals who just are arguing with each other. Well, every now and then, it's a bit like the TK Maxx of the internet. You have to troll through the rubbish stuff to get to the good stuff. And every now and then on Twitter, they absolutely come up with something amazing, and that was retweeted onto my timeline today. So yes, I I loved that. So how are we all? We are in the 2nd of December. I don't want to sound like a what they call a basic bitch, but I genuinely cannot believe it's already December. It is, yeah, it's just, where is the year? Oh, I don't even want to say it. But yeah, how are we all? How are we coping with the end of lockdown? Are you in tier 1? Are you in who is in tier 1? If you're in Cornwall or the Isle of Sicily, obviously if you are anywhere other than the UK, these probably don't mean anything to you, but we're in this new tier system, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. So we've come out of the lockdown, and now we're basically. I posted a video on my Instagram today, and if you don't have me on Instagram, head on over, but it was on my stories, and it's I don't know if anyone remembers that clip from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it's like he's like, I'm free, and he's been locked up for however long, and he gets out of this cage, falls over and falls into some stocks, and he's like, oh dang it. It definitely feels a lot like that. Sean is in tier 3, and you feel so cheated. Francois says it doesn't really feel like Christmas. Welcome, Dragon Rose. Dragon Rose, you're late to the party. You haven't seen my funky little chat. Look at this. Funky little chat. Chat, not chack. I should have said shack, but I wanted to say chat, but I put them together and said chack. Tier 3, it's rubbish. I mean, most of us are in tier 3, I guess. Heather Gunn. Hold the phone. Heather Gunn is in tier 1. Heather, tell us, what is life like? I'm getting misty-eyed at the thought. I'm like, tier 1. Oh God, you remember those days when we were in tier 1? What's it like? What's it like in tier 1, Heather Gunn? Tell us, please. Let us live vicariously through you, Heather Gunn. Michelle says it still feels like a lockdown. Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it? It's no different. I have no desire to go to a shop. I have no desire, other than Tesco. Most of the clothing I buy will be probably online. Francoise says, I'm not sure what tier London is in. I can tell you it is tier D. That is 2. French for 2. I travel a lot. Well, used to. Victoria Beckett says, how the hell? Oh my God, I know. How the hell are you in tier 1? She must be in Cornwall, or maybe I can't remember all the places, but I definitely know that Cornwall is. Luke, sorry, I saw that question, I forgot to answer it. Yes, I am going to be doing more acting videos. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Yeah, they're not acting videos. I have to say this because if anyone's watching this, they'll be like, oh, what acting videos? And then they'll eventually find it, and it won't be good. It's a bit of a piss take if anyone needs to know that. Janet says, we don't have tiers in BC, but the numbers are going up, so they've increased the restrictions, prob like your tier 2. Janet, when you say BC, where do you mean with that? Am I being stupid? What do you mean BC? Where are you in the world? Where are you, Janet Gorman? Where are you? BC. We don't have tiers in BC. Heather Gunn says, it's good you defo feel more freedom, but still no households mixing at the minute. I'm in Highlands in Scotland. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, I guess, if you can just avoid mixing as much as possible, at least until Christmas, and then if you do want to mix halfway through, then, want to mix during Christmas when you're allowed, it will probably be less risky. That's my thoughts. Oh, British Columbia, of course, Janet Gorman, of course, it's British Columbia. Alright, so you have, it's not called a tier system, but it's essentially like that. If anyone can notice as well, I've just noticed, can you see that head in the window? That's my mother there. Maybe one day you'll meet her. If she wants to come on camera, you will meet the mother. Yeah, Kate's like, Barcelona? No, British Columbia. So how are we all? Are we all well? Are we all happy? What have we all been up to? What have you got planned for Christmas? Someone asked earlier, I haven't actually got my tree up yet. So, apologies for that, but actually it's not my tree to put up. My mum will be doing that. So I'm sure videos and pictures, maybe one time I could do a video with the tree in the background. That would be quite nice and festive. But no, the tree isn't up. No decorations are up. I think they'll be going up this weekend. And yeah, I just don't feel very festive. I'm not sure if you do, but I don't feel massively festive. But in the same vein, I don't really feel sad that I don't feel festive. Does that make any sense? Do you look like your mum or your dad, Lee? Says Janet Sharp. Most people would say my dad. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. But I think I'm 50-50 like them both, but I definitely look more like my dad. Free Spirit has suggested a new game show called Meet the Mother. And Francoise says, I can't be bothered with a Christmas tree, but my mum wants to put one up. Well, yeah, you should have one. You should have one. JJ's tree is up, and he's sat drinking, I assume it's a he, I'm so sorry to assume that, sat drinking gin and tonic. So, cheers. I'm on the clean gin, as I've been on for quite some time. If I haven't explained it, today, I keep going on about it. I keep saying to people, can you believe that I've not had a drink for 26 days? And they're like, yeah, we can believe it because you keep telling us. I'm like, for me, it feels like it's been ages. I haven't had basically an alcoholic beverage since I think the 4th of November, so a couple of days after lockdown. But during lockdown, I decided that I wasn't gonna drink and get myself drunk on my own in the house. So there is this particular gin which is called clean gin, and it has essentially like 1.2% alcohol. It's pittance, and you can basically drink it. And I've spoke about this before, but I love the very act of pouring a drink. Hi Butterfly Bell, welcome. I love the very act of pouring a drink of an evening, it being a bit of an event. And what happens is when I'm at home, I don't drink to just sit and get drunk. That's not my plan. But it very much happens by accident, because I'll have one, then I'll have another, and then I'll have another, and then I'm a bit like, oh, I'm drunk, and then I'll either carry on or I'll wake up at least a bit groggy, if not with a raging hangover. Then I'm unproductive. I'm probably not working out as hard as I want to be. I go into a bit of a, skulking or whatever. And yeah, so I replaced it, the very act of the event of having a drink, with this. So I'll make myself a nice garnish. I'll put it in there. Yesterday I had alcohol-free Prosecco. But I haven't given up alcohol. I've just trying to reassess the relationship that I have, especially with drinking at home. Because during lockdown 1, I was so bad with alcohol. Like, to the point where a couple of times the next morning, I was violently ill. And I remember thinking one time, we're in lockdown. I haven't even been out. I have just been to my kitchen, and all of a sudden, I'm absolutely ill for the whole day. Like, what? So I've looked back, and Sarah says it's okay, you had a very hard time, Lee. And I know, and I'm not looking back going, oh my God, that was awful. But I do look back and I'm like, oh, that was probably, I wasn't dealing with that very well. So I made a conscious effort. And my friend's currently doing it. He's done it for like over 100 days. He's lost loads of weight. It looks amazing. I'm not doing it for anything like that. And I'm also not giving it up. So whenever the next social occasion comes around, I will have a drink. But yeah, Selena Lou Fogg says, you should be getting paid for advertising that clean drink. You're promoting it. Selena, Nadia said this to me the other day. I was on the phone to her and she was like, you do realise that you are promoting this brand? And I was like, it's because I love it. I'm not getting paid by them, by the way. Like, I wish I was. I don't think I'm big enough yet to be paid by brands. But yeah, I just buy it. I'm obsessed. I really love it. Luke, that's not going to be the next acting video, acting drunk, but we can try. As I said, anyone watching, head on over, type your comments in the little chat box. Look at this little funky tech. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, eh? The Ender Pig. Who is Ender Pig? I can't bear it. Let's just remove. Do I remove the comment or do I put it in timeout? Oh, jeez. Oh, your grandson just walked by and said, "That's Lee," with a big smile on his face. Well, your grandson is called Joshua, if I remember rightly. Please say that's right. Please say that's right. I think that happened, says Jenna, talking about alcohol, with a lot of people in the first lockdown. Liquor sales skyrocketed. Yeah, I think I contributed to the most of that. Okay, let's talk vaccines, okay? Vaccination. So yeah, sorry, I don't think there's a way that I can block these people that keep popping on. Oh, people who are watching this back, by the way, we have some, well, you'll be able to see it if you watch the live chat replay. We have some strange individuals on the live chat. It's fine. I'm not too bothered. It's just a bit annoying because when you put them in a timeout, it does it for 300 seconds. But how do I tell them that? Anyway, the vaccine. Would you want to take one? I know it's a question that everyone keeps saying, but do you want to take one? What if so? Why don't? If so, why? And if you don't, why not? That is my question tonight. It's good to. Obviously, it's been approved. One of them's been approved. Hey, Salsa Trish. And I'm very interested to know whether or not you would want to take it. If you do, why? And if you don't, why not? I guess the first question of that is pretty obvious. Heather Gunn says, I'm not anti-vaccinations, but I am worried as it's been done so quickly considering other vaccines. Yeah, do you know what? Jade Louisa says, I was a no at first, but now I'm a yes, I think. I used to always kind of think that with the whole vaccine thing. And I mean, for me, it doesn't really bother me too much because I think I'll be at the very end of the queue in terms of priority of the vaccine. But if I was offered it, I think I would take it. And I actually think I would have said differently a few months back. Hello, Richard Miller. Welcome. Always happy to have your company. Richard, I'm showing you my my new tech on this little live chat. We've got the live chat box there, so you're probably able to see your own name. Yes, I would like the vaccine. I would like to find out more about them. Yeah, and Penny's here. Hello, Penny. Well, the thing with the vaccine is, I think that the whole thing about the rushed thing, they're not gonna give you a vaccine that is gonna be terribly unhealthy for you. I just really don't think it's gonna happen. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think the reason, and I think we've discussed this before, the reason that it's taken barely any amount of time is, one, money has been thrown at it, and it's amazing how quick people move when money is involved. Two, logistics and kind of administrative stuff has been sped up no end. They'll still be doing research on vaccines that, and scientists, the best scientists in the world will always go with truth and fact and science. That is what drives them. That is what literally seeps through their veins, although any scientists would probably say that's scientifically incorrect. But any decent scientist would. So I cannot see it in any way, shape or form being available for public use. It's not like they've made this concoction and gone, right, okay, we'll have a bit of this, we'll have a bit of that, throw that in, oh yeah, that'll do, let's see how we get on with that. Especially with all the amount of deaths that's already happened in the UK, do you think the government are going to allow a dodgy vaccine to come onto the markets? It's just not going to happen. So, yeah. There's so many conspiracy theories. I'm listening to an audiobook at the minute all about cognitive dissonance and how people just confirmation bias and everyone's blinkered. And it's a real kind of interesting kind of way of looking at the way people think and the way people say it. Maureen says, I'll get the vaccine, but after it's been tested and has been in use for a bit. Yeah, so it has been tested. I guess that's what most people... It is funny because loads of people... I almost want to say to everyone who's saying that they'll get the vaccine now, I almost want to kind of say, let's put them all in the room at the same time. And they'd be like... And you're always a bit like, right, who's first? And I bet there wouldn't be a lot of people that would volunteer first. You know, like being the absolute first. Francoise makes a very good point. She says track and trace hasn't been working, so why should we trust this vaccine? Well, I guess the response to that is probably the vaccine has really been in the hands of the science and the scientific companies and the medical research, as opposed to track and trace, which was kind of forefronted by the government. That's probably my only retort to that, but you do make a valid point. It is a bit like, oh, they've done all this and they've got it all wrong, why should we trust them now? Sonia Donovan, I'm still worried about the vaccine. I had MMR jab in my arm, it went bad, had to take antibiotics, I was poorly. Yeah, I think some people do have reactions to vaccines that I have heard. I'm not too sure about it. I'm just interested to know. It's kind of one of those things that I think, especially in the UK, everyone was like, "Let's get the vaccine," and now it does feel like a lot of people are going, "Oh, we've got that vaccine you asked for." Well, I won't be having it. I wanted the vaccine, but not yet. Richard Miller says, I'll take it. It's been tested on a large sample of people, which I believe has been rigorous. It would make no sense on many levels for a vaccine to be approved that it's not safe and effective. Richard, I really do feel like you are the type of person in these lives that sums up kind of more coherently what I am wanting to say. So, yeah, I agree with you there. I do think that it will definitely have some kind of rigorous testing. It's already been tested on numerous amount of people. There'll be research constantly still going on during the vaccination procedure, and I think it will all be good. I don't think thalidomide was tested before it was prescribed, and that's when the problems became apparent. Yeah, I saw this morning that thalidomide was trending. Word, a sentence I never thought I'd say. But you have to remember that was like, I think that was back when everyone thought smoking was good for your health. We've moved on. We've advanced with medicine and science. So, Salsa Trish says, I miss hugging. So much pray that this will get us back. I do think it does start to feel like things are slowly but surely coming out at the other end. Don't you think? Selene Fogg says, yes. Things don't get approved easily. Jacqueline says, I'm waiting for the Oxford one. Yeah, it would be good that for the Oxford one. I think that will come soon. I saw Matt Hancock today. Oh my god, if anyone didn't see Matt Hancock on Good Morning Britain, I mean, sometimes Piers Morgan goes in on him and I'm like, all right, Piers, let him speak. But today I was quite laughing because they were almost having, oh no, it wasn't Matt Hancock. It was Matt Hancock for a bit, actually. No, it was Michael Gove. That was it. I watched a Michael Gove one, and Michael Gove and Piers Morgan are sat arguing about a Scotch egg on Good Morning Britain, and I'm like, guys, come on. I know it's related to what's going on, but yeah. Sarah Parsons says, Lee, it is sad that Andrea is leaving Loose Women. Yeah, I know. And guys, as I said, there's a chat box here, so do get involved. Let us know what you think by typing in the little chat box. I just keep pressing it. It's so funky, isn't it? Little live chat. Tell me, by the way, if you like the layout, because I'm still, as you've noticed, working on kind of how it looks. I'm working on little features, the reaction stuff. I've got this new little software that I'm kind of trialing out. And so, yeah, please do let me know what you think of it, where it could change, whether the lighting's too much. Yeah, it would be perfect if you could do that, because this is a work in progress, and every day I try to improve these streams. Yeah, I'm trying to do it. I'm doing it all on my own. So it's this new software that I was up a couple of days ago, like till 1 o'clock in the morning, learning about. I'm one of those like kind of nerdy people, but don't tell anyone. I mean, he says in a real nerd jumper, but yeah, I like to really like know kind of almost geeky things, and I'm quite gadgety. So this little software I'm rather enjoying. Selena, you like the layout? Okay, good, thank you. Salsa Trish likes it as well. I'm very pleased. I've removed the little top marker here, and I've just got my little ticker here. Andrea leaving Loose Women. I know, I couldn't believe it. Very strange. Because Andrea, the first thing I thought of when she said that is me and Andrea have this thing. Yes, Sean James Grant, you are right. I am still throwing spaghetti at the wall. Me and Andrea always have this thing. If you've been to the audience of Loose Women before, you will have seen that whenever me and Andrea are on, whenever Andrea is on and I'm working, we do this stupid thing where we sing All By Myself by Celine Dion. And it was the first thing I thought of, and it became our kind of running thing. And once I remember I was in Croatia, like drunk, and All By Myself came on in this bar, and I was on my own. I went to Croatia on my own, and I texted her being like, thinking of you, Andrea. I was like drunk on rosé on top of this mountain. Oh, I'm getting misty-eyed again, thinking of times where I was able to travel and just go away and not think of anything. She will be sorely missed. Sally Pullman says you just need a twinkly Christmas tree in the background. Yeah, the Christmas tree won't be in here. This is the little conservatory that we use, which, by the way, is always freezing. I don't know if anyone is like, of course you're not aware of the temperature in this room while we're talking about, but it's always really cold in this conservatory because it's winter. But it's the best place to do this because it's near the router. I can plug in a little wire, and it's also like out the way of the house. But a couple of times when the tree is up in the front room, maybe I'll have to go and do a little live in front of the Christmas tree. I'm sure that can be arranged. Francoise, Andrea is a lovely person. Not that I know her personally, but she sounds and looks like a great person to be around. Yeah, she's fun. Me and her always comment on each other's perfume because she always smells great, and I like to smell good as well. And she always says she can smell me when I'm in, and I can smell her when she's in. Sounds sinister when you say it like that. Just spotted the mic. Yes, let me show you this little microphone. Ooh, don't want to be too loud. This is my microphone. This is a microphone that I've used a number of times for my podcasts. So I decided to use it. Does it sound clear? One hopes so. But thank you for that, Janet Sharp. She says that's a big un, Lee, said the actress to the bishop. Salsa Trish says the colour and the style of your top is fab. Thank you. I feel like it got mixed reviews when I first came on, but I like it. I like the top, and it's actually a sweater vest. There's a shirt under it. Janet Gorman, what's your favourite cologne? Well, Janet, let me tell you something. I have a confession to make, okay? I always smell fantastic. And I'm saying that because I I'm not showing off by that. I always smell fantastic because I make sure that I wear fragrance that is fantastic. So, that's not me being big-headed in any way, shape or form. I don't naturally smell fantastic, but I always make sure that I smell fantastic. And I generally do. And people will say, and I've been often stopped in the street, this is no lie, by strangers to ask what fragrance I'm wearing. And I have a confession to make that I don't always tell them the truth. Sorry about that. I don't always tell them the truth because I'm worried that everyone will start to know what the fragrance is. And therefore, everyone will start wearing it and it will become so common that I will have to change. My hair's doing dodgy things right now. So, yes, that's the situation. But I will tell you, because you are my loyal subjects, the make is Le Labo, and the actual scent is Thé Noir. But I often tell people it's Jo Malone Pomegranate Noir, which it's not. Okay? So, if you ever see me out and they say, oh, what's your fragrance? And I go, oh, Jo Malone, you know I'm lying. Okay? You know I'm lying. Because I don't want them to know what I smell like. And Kaz, thank you very much. I have been working out. Thank you for noticing. No, Selena, I haven't been wearing cologne when I'm in the house, unless I just feel like I want to spritz. I put it on the other day to go to Tesco, and I thought, God, even Tesco don't deserve it. Although after they've said that they're donating their profits, they absolutely do. Okay, I'm going to have to go because my MacBook's about to die, literally on 8%. When's your next Talking Headily? Looking forward to it already. I'm going to record some more hopefully this week. So, thank you. Oh my God, Stacey, you are way too generous, but thank you. Just a small donation. I'm still waiting for my prop account to be sorted. That was no need to do that, but thank you very much, Stacey, and to Maureen earlier for that donation. It was lovely. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to head off because I'm literally about to cut off, and I haven't bought my charger. I thought my MacBook this would have lasted longer than this. It usually does, but clearly this software is way too powerful for my little old Mac. But you've got 20 minutes before I'm a Celebrity starts. Take care. I hope you're all well. More videos landing soon. And Tina Davis, is there any way we can send you presents for Christmassy? Oh, that's very kind, Tina. You are super kind. The present is you being here chatting. Bye, Joshua and Maureen. Bye, everyone. We will be back soon. I'm literally hurrying this up because I think it's going to die otherwise. Thanks for joining. Take care. Look after yourselves. And, oh, yes, leave a comment below. If you could comment, that would be great. And I always try to reply to them as well. And hit the thumbs up icon if you liked it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Bye!